so many amazing things. The work that she's done in the city clerk office has been absolutely fantastic. But for me, it's always just about how you treat everyone like they're your homie. And I just love being your homie. And so you're just the best. And you guys, we know that the Secretary of State race is like our top of the ticket race on the Democratic side. We know that our primary is at a funky time. So what I ask you is, they shifted the dates again, because come on, Illinois. So early voting was going to be May 19th, but now it's May 26th. So I have a big ask before we hear from Anna. I want everyone to bring a bestie to the polls. Just like go with them. Offer to watch their kids. Do whatever it takes to bring your bestie to go vote. Unless your bestie is a Republican, then don't vote. But Anna, thank you for everything you do in our community. You are the future of the Democratic Party, and I can't wait to see you as Secretary of State. Tell us all about what you got going on.
Well, I am just so happy to be here, and I'm so proud to have Senator Duckworth's endorsement and support. I said this at the Evanston event before coming here. Senator Duckworth called me July 1st. And she said, I know where I'm going to be at the end of the race. I don't have to wait. I'm endorsing you tomorrow. And I went down 2 days, 4th of July. My husband, my toddler, 2-year-old, then 1.5, drove to Towanda, Illinois. Anyone know where Towanda is? It's in like central Illinois. We walked in a parade, mostly Republican area, and there were like 50 people with Senator Duckworth, and she did not get food once. She is a tremendous public servant. Her book is amazing. Please buy it. Please read it if you get a second. Oh, she killed her mom. I laugh because there's kids in the background, and as a mom, I'm always wondering if it's my daughter. This morning she was at an event with me today. I was on stage, and she started saying, "Mommy, Mommy," and I was like, and then she walked up on stage, and we didn't miss a beat. So it does help you get votes. For those who don't know me, I am the Chicago City Clerk. I'm a citywide elected, and I've been there for 5 years. But before that, I actually am a girl from Granite City. Born 5 hours south. My dad is a union painter. He's literally painted the stripes on our street for 37 years, just retired 2 weeks ago. My mom, my mom worked at a nonprofit with all Teen Reach students, alternative high school students, making just $20,000 a year. And with them and amazing public high school teachers, I made it to the University of Illinois on a scholarship, becoming first in my family to graduate college. Now, as city clerk, I really understand my why. It's for people like my families growing up in zip codes that were not wealthy or privileged, but wanting to make a difference in their community. And I told this to young people. There was one opportunity I had for a job shadow opportunity in high school that really changed my life. And that's why I'm so excited these young high school girls are here, because you don't know what one experience will do to someone. And I remember going to the state capitol, had my first scoop from Express, and I walked up onto that capitol and I looked up to the dome, and I knew that I wanted to be here someday. I didn't know how or what or why, but I wanted to serve my community and make my community better. So that is my why. And all these young girls here, I want them to know that they have a spot in one of the highest offices here in Illinois. So let me just tell you a little bit about the city clerk job. For 5 years, we have created the first municipal ID card, the government ID, library card, transit card, prescription discount card, all in one, free. We were at the Cook County Jail giving these city keys out for women leaving that have dignity of a government ID to get back on their feet and support their families. We print them at homeless shelters for veterans who are trying to get temporary housing. And it's the first government ID that allows you to self-identify your own gender, giving lots of freedom to young people, a 15-year-old coming to my office and choosing they or them, and being able to have non-binary to say who they are. So I think it's really important that people have access to identification, which we will do at Secretary of State's office. Second, we created the Fines and Fees Access Collaborative. I led on fines and fees reform in Chicago. I met a bus driver from the west side of Chicago, father of 5, who had $5,000 in city sticker ticket debt. So if you do not register your vehicle at the city clerk's office, in my office, you get a $200 ticket by the city of Chicago a day, $200 a day. This guy had $5,000. The city said he had to put half down, $2,500 to get on a payment plan. When he didn't have that, he suspended his driver's license, he lost his CDL, and he lost his ability to provide for his family. Wrong. Absolute opposite of what you're supposed to do as a public servant. So I worked with Secretary White, the governor, and the state legislature, and we passed a law that no longer suspends driver's license for non-moving violations for the whole state, giving 55,000 Chicago residents back their driver's license and ability to get to work. We are modernizing the city council, the first major U.S. city here to have our city council members vote electronically. So the last 2 months have been voting, and you can see it in real time on our website, holding our electeds more accountable and also having more openness in government. We'll be completely paperless next year. And so I want to take this energy and these innovative ideas to the Secretary of State's office. Secretary White made history as the first African American to serve in this role 24 years ago. And with your help, I will make history as the first woman and mom to be Secretary of State here in Illinois.
Yeah.
One, the pandemic has shown us that we have not invested in technology infrastructure at the government level. The pandemic has really shown safety nets have failed us. And as a mom of 2-year-old toddler, we cannot wait in lines for 4 hours. There is not enough snacks in the world or games to keep our child entertained. So day one, we want to upgrade the technology infrastructure using money from the federal government and the infrastructure bill, using things like blockchain for cybersecurity, and making sure that we have a one-stop shop portal on your mobile device. You can register your car, renew your driver's license, pay online using DocuSign, e-forms, all the 21st century where we need to go, opening up lines for people who really need them. We also have to recognize there's a digital divide, and not everyone has Wi-Fi or access to the internet or a laptop at home, so we need to make sure we have mobile services. I was just actually at a mobile city hall that I started this program, it's our 3rd year, where we show up on the south side or west side or anywhere in Chicago called Mobile City Hall. So I was there this morning. We bring our City Key program, we bring city stickers, all different resources where families can go on a Saturday to get services they need, not take time off work, find childcare or transportation to get to. That's what we have to do in the Secretary of State's office. Second, I am the chief librarian as a Secretary of State. Who loves libraries? Our libraries also in the 21st century. I toured Rockford's library. They have a maker's lab with 3D printers that are open to the public for free for our entrepreneurs to use. Champaign County Library has a free software coding program for adults and young people. I heard in McLean County, Central Illinois, that families would pull into the parking lot even though the library was closed. A lot of rural families that would use the broadband for e-learning materials. So we need to make sure every library, all 5,000 are Wi-Fi beacons, and also communities surrounding libraries can use that Wi-Fi for free. And looking at all of our public buildings do the same thing. Also, I heard from Sheila Patel, her story now sticks with me. She's from the western suburbs. Her father owned a Dunkin' Donuts and worked there all the time, family business, and could never take them to the library. But the bookmobile came to their school. And that's how she learned how to read, and that's how she learned English. And so she now wants to advocate for bookmobiles in communities that don't have access to a library, and I want to help her do that because we can encourage our families to be able to have and share story time. We need to increase our adult literacy at the same time as our kids, and so why not have more opportunities for families to do that together? Lastly, voting access, big topic. Although my office doesn't oversee the elections, that's the Board of Elections or the Illinois Board of Elections, we have a part to play on access. So on day one, I'm creating an Illinois Voting Access Commission that will bring together the Illinois Board of Elections, county clerks, community-based organizations, and state representatives to look at how do we break out of our silos and bureaucracy and use our scarce resources to fully implement automatic voter registration, vote by mail, increase it, look at things like blockchain for data security, and then also I want to create a civics corps. This is near and dear to my heart. I do not have the tumblers. I can barely do a cartwheel. But I have a heart for our young people because it shouldn't matter what zip code you live into. A lot of people have so much potential but don't have a way to get into government. So these internships will be open to everyone. They'll learn how to get civically engaged, how to register voters in their community, how to find their voice, use their voice for their communities. And so I'm very excited about building this, co-creating this with all of you in this room and with moms across the state and teachers and everyone else. So again, I am not running for my name on the door or for my ego, because this is too hard, y'all. It is too hard. As women running, you know it's too hard. And often women and moms are underestimated. And I heard from so many 14 months ago that I wouldn't have enough money or enough support or labor wasn't with me or all these things. And now I am here, 38 days away, with Governor Pritzker's endorsement, Senator Durbin's endorsement, Senator Duckworth's endorsement, the Lieutenant Governor's endorsement, Secretary White's endorsement, Vote Mama, which was one of the very first endorsements I received. Emily's List, Planned Parenthood of Illinois, Illinois Now, so many great supporters, firefighters, nurses, you name it, because they also believe in women and representation and a new generation of leaders that are ready to lead, that have a record of results, because it cannot be just about money, it has to be about merit and showing up and a record of results. So I am so excited to be here. Thank you if you've donated. If you can donate your Starbucks latte one more time. We are up on TV with an ad. We went up on Wednesday. I hope you like the bright pink suit. It was an amazing color choice. And we've got to stay up on TV all the way to the end. And I am not going to outspend or outraise my opponent. It's not possible, but my poll shows me I don't have to. 51% of voters are undecided. Our poll last week, still in this race. My opponent's been up for 6 weeks of TV. That tells you what people think of that, right? Once I'm up on TV, we're at a tie. Once people know more about us, our contrast, I win this thing. So help me stay up on TV, help me stay up on digital ads, donate $10 a week until now. Sign up to follow us on all of our social media channels, voteannavalencia.com. Share our ad, share about early voting, post us, tag us. We got 20,000 signatures in the dead of winter to get on the ballot, double what my opponent had. My parents who are in Granite City, Illinois, my whole family lives downstate, got 1,500 on their own, and they are out working us. So I just want to say thank you to Vote Mama for believing in moms and giving us a platform. Being a pandemic mom who gave birth in a shelter-in-place order, it blows my mind now, but we expect our moms to go back to work after 2 weeks or after 4 weeks. It is crazy. We do not have paid leave in this country.
That's right. Yeah.
Alexandra, you have been a force of nature, and when I was going through the storm of some very nasty attacks from my opponent, you said, what can I do? How can I help? And you've just been a ride or die. I will always remember that. And just to the women here, keep texting, encouraging women to run for office, and send them a text or a note while they're in it, because you do not know what fuel that gives us to keep going. Because there are so many times we want to give up, and we just need that encouragement from all of you to stay in. So thank you again, and happy to hang out.
Thank you, friends. We're so glad that you're here. I'm going to let Anna and the candidates and everyone mingle and answer questions as everyone hangs out. I ask that you eat. As a good Jewish mother, I hope you eat, which means eat up. Make sure you get your dinner in and just hang out. And Luba and the whole team from Vote Mama, thank you. It is an absolute honor to help women get elected. And Anna, I can't wait to celebrate your
Me either. June 28th!